The age of 14, I started selling drugs. By the age of 15, I was already doing drugs, not knowing what I was doing. Amen. By the age of 16, I was already lost, full-blown in the game, in the streets, living that fast life, thugging, running the streets with my friends. Thought I knew everything. Partying, drinking, smoking. It got to a point where I even started drinking and partying with my family, with my dad and my mom, with my brothers, living a life of destruction, not knowing that the devil was destroying my family, not knowing that we were leading ourselves to destruction. And it was just a life of sin. I remember one time when I got saved, co-pastor told me, I remember passing by your house and you could see sin on your house. Look how blind we were. Sin, you can see it, amen. But when you're living a life of sin, you can't see it. You're blind by sin. Addiction will blind you. Living that perverse life will blind you. And as you can see the pictures, partying with my dad, my brothers. You know, only in the world, the world does that. Amen. And that's something that I give glory and honor to Jesus Christ, because I no longer have to live like that no more. Amen. If God took you out of darkness, like he took me out of darkness, you never have to live that life ever again. You never have to go back to that old lifestyle. You never have to walk the way you used to walk. Because if Christ called you out of darkness, it's for a purpose. And if you're breathing, there's hope still. And if you're breathing, it shows you and it shows me that God is not done with us yet. God is just beginning. And that's why tonight I give him all the honor and glory and the praise, because I was a good-for-nothing. I was a good-for-nothing drug addict. I was a good-for-nothing father, a good-for-nothing son, all the way around good-for-nothing person. Addicted to drugs, running the streets of Houston, in and out of prison, selling drugs, doing drugs. But can somebody say one day? One day Jesus Christ came into my life. Jesus Christ did a miracle in my life. I found myself sitting in the county jail, looking at a lot of time in prison, looking at a 25 to life. And I still remember it like if it was yesterday. I remember sitting there, and I remember crying out to God. And I said, God, if you take me out of this one more time, God, I'll give you my life. Not knowing what I was really saying, and not knowing or understanding that God was hearing my heart, my cry to the Lord. Because 30 days passed by, and I'm going to court, and I went to court for a bond reduction. And it wasn't even my court date. So my lawyer, we go for a bond reduction. My lawyer comes back out. He says, well, son, you didn't get the bond reduction.